Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Q4 and FY22 earnings conference call of Tips Industries Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Faraz Ahmed from Orient Capital, Investor Relations Partner. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, and welcome to the Q4 and FY22 earnings call of Tips Industries Limited. Today on this call, we have Mr. Kumar Taurani, Chairman and Managing Director, along with Mr. Girish Taurani, Executive Director, Mr. Sunil Chilani, CFO, and Mr. Avtar Singh Jeswani, Vice President, Accounts and Finance. The conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company, which are based on the beliefs, opinions, and expectations as of today, and actual results may differ materially. These statements are not the guarantees of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. A detailed safe harbor statement is given on page 2 of the company's investor presentation, which has been uploaded on the stock exchange and company's website as well. With this, I hand over the call to Mr. Kumar Taurani for his opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Faraz. Good evening, friends, and welcome to the Q4 and FY22 earnings call of Tips Industries. It gives me immense pleasure to say that Tips Industries Limited has delivered a strong financial performance, and we continue to strive to perform better with each passing year. We remain focused on delivering great digital content to a wide range of audiences. This quarter, Tips Industries has released 73 new songs. For FY22, new releases stands at 276 songs. Our song Sabki Baratein Aayi has witnessed great traction and received 100 plus million views, and we continue to harness our old repertoire and club it with new and upcoming talent under the Tips Music banner and aim to deliver many more tracks. Our YouTube channel has over 65.72 million subscribers, followers, and our views have crossed 59.6 billion for financial year 22. We are quite confident of increasing our music market share in the coming years on the basis of our repertoire, new releases, and promoting new artists. I would like to highlight that all numbers for FY22 pertain only to music business. Now, let me hand over the call to Mr. Sunil Chilani, our CFO, to share the financial highlights of the quarter.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody, and warm welcome to our Q4 and FY22 earnings call. I would like to bring to everybody's attention that our Q4 and FY22 results have been published are on standalone basis and do not include financial of the movie business. Another thing I would like to highlight to our accounting policy of recognizing the content charges for a particular period. As a practice, we write off full content cost, that is 100% of content cost incurred in a particular year has been charged to P&L account, and none of the expenses is capitalized and taken to our balance sheet. This policy has been followed since inception of the company. We continue to find it prudent. Let me take you through the financial highlight now. Our revenue from operation for Q4 FY22 stood rupees 34.1 crore as compared to rupees 27.6 crore for Q4 F121, a growth of 23%. Our music revenue for the year stood at rupees 135 crore in FY22 versus 90.5 crore in FY21, a growth of 50%. EBITDA stood at rupees 20.3 crore for Q4 FY22, a growth of 7% as compared to the same quarter last year. For FY22, our EBITDA was rupees 86 crore in FY22 versus 55.2 crores in FY21, a growth of 56%. Our EBITDA margin for FY22 was at 64% versus 61% in FY21. Profit after tax stood at 15.9 crores for Q4 FY22, which translates into PAT margin of 45% for the quarter. For FY22, our PAT stood at 64.6% versus 43.5% in FY21, an improvement of 49% over the previous year. With this, I open the floor for discussion. Thank you, everybody, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, sir. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Sagar Jetwani from Phillip PMS. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. My voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Please proceed.
Yeah. Sir, my question is, when can we see a higher share of movie songs, given that historically our top 15 songs by views on YouTube, of Tips Industries, have been all from the movies. So when can we see that? This is my first question. Second is, between film songs, non-film songs, and devotional songs, which are the most profitable category for us? And amongst these, if you can elaborate, what are the yields, payback period, and also if you can comment on how are the dynamics of the new artists. I mean, it might be taking higher spends on the promotion and etc. So that would be very helpful. And third is on the effective tax rate of FY23. Thank
The first question, what you said, 15 songs, what I didn't understand that.
Yeah, so I'll repeat my question. So first question was basically, when can we see a higher share of movie songs, given that, historically our top 15 songs have been all from the movies. This is from the YouTube.
Yes. I think movies really command a tremendous business and volume for us. Our 90s songs also do very, very well. Our many songs we have. We have a 600-700 A quality, A grade songs. I think 800 songs. So they month on month basis they really generate big volumes. So that is not a problem for us. It's already happening, I can say. So and as far as new movies are concerned, we are in the process of releasing. We are acquiring new music for movie rights, even in other languages. So and it is going to release. Last movie I think we released was Coolie #1 and this Booth Police. I think they have generated. Coolie #1 was big numbers that generated. As far as Booth Police is concerned, it has generated some mid kind of numbers because it released on OTT because that time COVID was a problem, so it didn't done that well. But I feel the movie business sometimes songs gets pick up in second or third year, even in fourth year. So I'm hopeful it will do good because music was good. So that is answer for your first question. Number 2 is songs, film, non-film, devotional, new artists, what you said. See, my what we do is we try, and our target is we should recover our investment in first 3 years. So that we are working on that. But still, we from this year onwards, we will come to know what pattern is looking like. If you see till last year, even in current year, we have released a reasonable size of songs. We have not invested huge money on content cost. We have invested, but again, it's a limited because everything was sold out. You have to pre-book films, music, or artists, whatever you do. So we are gearing up towards that. From this year onwards, you will see many more music releases, film releases, South Indian, this and that. You will see many things. So overall, I feel 3 years is a good period to recover our money, and I'm quite hopeful that it will be achieved. As far as new artists are concerned, new artists, sometimes you have to keep investing in them. We don't know which song of theirs will be hit. Sometimes it takes 2-3 songs to, even fourth song will be a hit of the artist. Then earlier 3, which was a semi-hits, it will again get viewed, and it will again, people will see again and again. So that's the music business actually. We keep on reworking on our repertoire. Recently, we have released this Mangta Hai Kya song from Rangila film. We have recreated. Before that, we did Sabki Baratein Aayi, and we are doing very good numbers on that. Sabki Baratein, I think 6 months back we released, and we have achieved 100 million yesterday. Yesterday was a post. We have crossed 100 million views. So it's all good. I think this artist also happening. They are doing today also. I think yesterday we released one new song, a non-film new song of Bandish. One new artist we have launched. This Hum Hum The, and yesterday night I seen this number 13 lakh views. We have already seen that. So I think give us a little more time. We will come back to you on this new artist and all that. But the broader line is you please have that thing. My vision is we should recover all the costs 3 years. Maybe 1-2 song or 1-2 album won't work, but maybe 2-3 songs will work. And so overall, if we compare, whatever we invest, we should recover. That's the idea. At the third point, what you said about tax, what you said?
Yeah, I wanted to know about effective tax rate for FY22. Any guidance on that if you can give?
Tax, we are in the lowest bracket, whatever is applicable to us. We are in that bracket.
Yes, actually, I've been looking at historically the numbers are volatile, so that's the reason I was coming from there. Yeah.
No, I think before since the last 2 years we are consistent because of earlier we have 2 business together. So sometimes we had losses in film, so that was coming to the music business and it was eating all the profits of music, and maybe then we have to go for that mat. So then maybe that kind of a situation was there. But now it's all sorted. So last year also there was no film business in that. So it's all clean, 22 plus some surcharges, etc. I think around 25% tax bracket we come in, we pay that.
Yeah. Okay. And sir, one last question, if I may squeeze in here. On the film songs and non-film songs, is there any per streaming cost that we are levying? Is there any kind of agreement with YouTube or suppose say any other player, such like suppose say film song will per streaming cost would be slightly higher or such like?
No. It won't happen like this. It's a common for all the music. Ultimately, viewer is viewing. No, you want to see new song or you want to see old song. What is the difference? So there is no difference between that. We have a different kind of models with each company. So according to but song wise, the charges is same price. If you pay on subscription or whatever you see, it's the same thing. No, you are not paying higher charges for new releases or anything. It's the same price.
Okay, I'll come back in the queue.
Yeah.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to the participants, please limit your questions to 2 per participant. For any follow-up, may be requested to rejoin the queue. The next question is from the line of Swacha Jain from ANS Wealth. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Sir, I have a few questions. So my first question was the revenue growth, is 23% YOY, but in Q3 it was 43% YOY, So if you can give some guidance as to, how do we see this revenue growth shaping up going ahead? What could be the growth rate that we can assume here? And what would be, the main driver of this revenue growth in the music, like which genre do you think is really to drive this growth in the music revenues?
Yeah. See, third quarter was because of, I think, maybe we had a bigger deal in that particular month. Some big deal has come, and we have convinced the party to pay us more money upfront instead of paying us quarter to quarter. So that will be impact of that, number one. And number two, I think basically December is a season quarter. It's a closing of the year. Everybody is in a party mood. So revenue really increases in that particular quarter. So that is the difference. But what I have already always maintained, please value us on a year-to-year basis. It will be more helpful for us. So that will be a best criteria. And I'm quite hopeful that whatever I have said earlier also, we will maintain that. Tips will maintain that.
Okay.
And second question was regarding why we are growing like that. It's mainly because of actually content consumption is increased, even on television channel or public shows, events, and the major thing is internet. Absolutely, YouTube views and all that other apps. So I think because of that we are growing, and I feel and I hope it will keep continuing for next 15-20 years. So let's see.
Right. So my second question is, sir, in Q3 call, I think you had mentioned that, there was some decline in the YouTube viewership because probably, people were holidaying. So, how is this trend being in Q4? And also, if you could just, help us understand that in Q4 and in FY22, the revenue that we got from YouTube was primarily led by advertising, or it was primarily a subscription-based, growth that you're seeing in your YouTube viewership?
See, I feel that that Q3 was dipped a little bit. Then again, it picked up in January. I think that's a minor thing. It happens with all the apps. I see that ek mahina kam ho gaya, after next 3 months are very good. So these things, small things, something happens. So people traveling, maybe one market has some incident or some political activity or something can happen, and so because of that it can drop. And other thing you said
growth, yeah, it is basically subscription driven growth. YouTube viewership mein, it is an ad driven growth.
I think ad driven is a major chunk. 80-85% is ad driven. A subscription is still not what we expect, but I think it will take another 2-3 years, so it will grow.
Okay.
But it's still now it's advertising.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I have a few more questions. I'll just rejoin the queue.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Garvit Goyal from Invest Research. Please go ahead.
Hello, I am audible, sir?
Yeah.
Hello. Very good morning. Very good evening, sir. Sir, my question is regarding the industry. Basically, is there any traction in the music consumption post-COVID as compared to during during COVID-19 life?
See, during COVID, 1-2 months, actually music consumption increased, but advertiser on the net, they have decreased. So because of that, we got hit because we get our revenues from the advertising share. So that was a problem. But after, I think 2020, April, June quarter, we suffered big time. And then next quarter, we recovered something. And after that subsequent quarter, we recovered. And we are not looking back after second quarter of 2020. So now it's really good. No problem at all.
Okay, right. And sir, you are talking about to get increased market share in your presentation. So what is our existing market share?
Our existing market share, if I combine all the revenue streams, I think we should be around 6 to 7%.
6 to 7% of the overall industry.
Yeah.
And sir, is there any revenue guidance, EBITDA margin guidance for the upcoming year?
Sorry, what you said?
Any revenue guidance, EBITDA margin guidance for the upcoming year?
Yeah, as I always mentioned, we are targeting every year-on-year basis 25 to 30% on top line. We should do, and bottom line should be 15-20% up. And this year we have a huge content acquisition budgets also. So
okay.
After doing that also, we will maintain our whatever I say.
So these acquisition will be towards a particular regional area base, or whatever will be the basis for this acquisition of music?
Acquisition, we are a music company, music label. You need new repertoire, new music to increase your subscriber, to increase your business, to make your partners also recognize you. Yes, we are a very active company in music business. So
actually, I was asking in the way like whether you are targeting the particular region like South, like North. This
we are actually from beginning we are all India company. So our Hindi music sales all over India. And this year, last 6 months back, we only had we were not present in South market, but we have entered even there also. We have acquired many films in that market as well, Tamil and Telugu. So we are now available everywhere, and wherever we get opportunity, yes, we can make money, and this content is good for long term, short term, and long term. We just acquire it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, please limit your questions to 2 per participant. The next question is from the line of Devanshu from Yes Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hello sir, good evening. Few questions. So just to clarify this, so if it let's take an example. If we produce or acquire a song, let's say which costs about 1 crore, for example, in the first week of March 2022, how will you write it off? Will it be written off in FY22 or you'll do it over the next 4 quarters?
No, actually we write off in the March itself.
In the month of March itself, right?
Yeah, that quarter, March 22, उस quarter में we will write off.
Got it. So would it be possible for you to share the content acquisition production cost separately going forward?
I don't think we can do that because see that's a confidential. We can't tell our competition what we are doing, how much we are investing. So I can't give. But you can if you see my numbers properly, you can. I think you can guess it. You can guess.
Okay, sure. And there's been a new CEO who joined JioSaavn from Amazon. From Amazon, right? Yeah. So do we share a good rapport with him, and are we in talks again for reviving that deal?
See, we share a good rapport with everybody. See, we are all doing same business. I am a seller, they are buyers. So we don't have any kind of fight, but sometimes they don't value us properly. So we just say कि okay हम नहीं कर सकते हैं आगे आप जब value ठीक करेंगे then we will again come back on your platform. So, and those things that discussions and talks always we keep on happening. It's not a कि नहीं हो रहा है हमेशा बात होती है. Even today also we are talking to all people. So that's not a problem, and you will see the many changes you will see.
Okay, sure. And what's the revenue of this public performance fees in FY22? If you can share that number.
Public performance was good. Whatever that we have a private party called Novix, and they really do very well, and they are best in business, I feel. So I can't actually tell you the exact number, but it's good. Whatever in last COVID year, we have to give him some discount because of the bad market. All shows stopped, everything got cancelled, and all that problematic happened. Even 21, we had a second wave or third wave, we had a little problem, but we have not given any discount. He fulfilled all his commitment, and even just continuing whatever committed before COVID, we had a deal with him. So everything is online and properly happening.
So if I may ask, as compared to pre-COVID levels, where are we at right now?
You can say 60% more.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Akshay Sam from Sam Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Surani ji, hello.
Haji.
Sir, what is the kind of pipeline you have in films, music, say over the next 1 year? How many releases can we look forward in the music segment? मैंने कितने फिल्मों को आपने acquire किया और अगले 1 साल तक how many films can we look forward to in the music segment?
हमने एक पिक्चर बालाजी टेलीफिल्म्स के एक्वायर किए हैं रोजी उनकी पिक्चर में कार्तिक आर्यन का, हाँ फ्रेडी की हैं, और भी कुछ 2-3 प्रोड्यूसरों से बात चल रही है, वो उनकी आएंगी। और हमारी जो अभी ये जो कंपनी है जो डीमर्ज हो रहे हैं फिल्म्स, वो भी 1 या 2 पिक्चर इस साल में रिलीज करेंगे, तो उनका भी म्यूजिक है। तो मेरे को लगता है कि हमारी जो टारगेट है, व्हाट वी टारगेट इज 3 to 4 फिल्म्स वी शुड रिलीज year on year basis. So that I think we'll achieve in Hindi. And Telugu we have already started releasing. Telugu, Tamil, I think in Telugu we will release around 7-8 films a year. Tamil we will release 3-4 films. Punjabi we are releasing 5-6 films. So we are even I think yesterday other language also, Gujarati we are releasing films. So we are doing all the languages now. So if I put all the languages put together, I think it will be around 25 to 30 films a year we'll release.
In all languages?
In all languages.
Okay. So also this new competition, there's a lot of these directors, for example, Jackie Bagnani, they've tied up with Warner, released their own label. Ajay Devgan has come up with his own label. So how are you seeing the competition heating up where a lot of these directors are launching their own labels? So अभी acquisition में future में दिक्कत होगी कि नहीं?
नहीं, I feel कि दिक्कत तो नहीं होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि ये तो हर टाइम होता है। जब भी म्यूजिक बिजनेस में आई डिड IPO तो ऐसी 3-4 कंपनियां थी, वो सब 3-4 कंपनियां मैंने ही खरीदे थे। तो मुझे लगता है कि ये सब चीजें होती हैं, बट अल्टीमेटली ना यू कांट सर्वाइव ओनली ऑन न्यू रिलीजेस। उसकी जो रिकवरी है इट्स नॉट फास्ट बिकॉज ऑफ ओल्ड, यू नीड ओल्ड रेpertoire प्लस these partners, whether it is YouTube or Savan or Spotify or Apple or Reso, they be partners, they value you, ZTV, they value you because of your old content. So new releases के लिए really only to survive on that is very tough, number one. Number two, or see, how much I can have business. It's my target कि I have to invest this much money. I can't eat or drink entire water. No, so just whatever my capacity is, I think I will get more than that. Not a problem for me.
Okay. So my second question is, so you've given data on your YouTube year on year, the growth, right? I think 39% is the quarter. So, yeah. So can you give similar data for DSPs? I mean, on average, say Spotify or जो भी DSPs हैं हमारे, Amazon Music, Apple Music, what is the kind of growth we are seeing in the number of streams? If that data is available to us, that'll be helpful, sir. Do you have any data? Can you give us that?
We'll look into it. And we'll see कि अगर हम yearly जो annual report हमारे बनते हैं उसमें हम अगर डाल सकें, I'll see that.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Saket Mehrotra from Tux Investment. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Tarani ji, I had a question. For this quarter, I can see there's a jump in the other expenses. So, this is something जो आप लोग annual report में you disclose annually in terms of कि एक second. हाँ जी. So, you disclose this in the annual report कि content cost इतना है, हमारा advertisement cost इतना है, and I think that is disclosed annually. Is that possible for us to disclose on a quarterly basis, or do you want to continue with that?
I think that's better if we continue with the annual report. That's best actually.
Okay. Second thing, any clarity on how, or if you could help us with a roadmap on how this films business is gonna get listed, when can we see the abridged accounts? So this year, जैसे अभी तो इस business का we are only seeing the pure play music as you mentioned.
Yeah.
But any timelines, if we can get an estimate, when will the listing happen? When will we see the numbers?
I think agency involved in this demerger process, they have given me by 10th or 15th of July, mid-July, everything will be sorted out. Even our other company will get listed, provided all the last moment जो भी follow-ups with the government authorities or whatever is pending, that's happening on regular basis. And now function, we have already function has been separated. So 2 companies has been formed, everything is organized. Only I think last is listing that also will happen by mid-July. And then we will declare the last year result of that company as well.
Okay. final question, it's more of a request. Last year also we had put this request. If, you could give us a sense of the share of songs, maybe by decades or, time periods in your annual report, it will be super helpful. So अगर आप वो accommodate कर पाए इस साल के annual report में तो काफ़ी help मिल जाएगा.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay. We'll try. उसका क्या हो सकता है possibility? I'll recheck with my team and I'll see.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Abhilasha Satale from Monarch Network Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for giving me opportunity. Sir, I have a question on the growth rate. You mentioned, the top line growth will be in the range of 25 to 30%, and the EBITDA growth or the profit growth will be in the range of 15 to 20%, for which the you're expecting the content cost investment to increase this year. So this is for the year FY23. So as you are saying, the payback period remains the same in the range of 3 years. Is it feasible to estimate that FY24 the margins will improve from the current base of FY23, because every year you will not have the similar kind of content cost, or that as a percentage of sales might go down as the top line increases. So basically I'm just trying to gauge your sustainable margin barring this FY23 scenario wherein the content cost will be higher.
See, what I see, I mentioned this earlier also, what I feel is next 3-4 years, you can, this 25 to 30%, whatever I'm saying, it's really possible, and I think we will maintain this. Also, in this, I am increasing my revenue cost. I'm also increasing my content cost budget. So after doing that, still I think I can maintain this, and within and I feel in next 4 years, 1 year will come where you will see a big jump of the subscription will suddenly go up, or these small apps, small content apps, that Facebook or this Instagram and that ShareChat, Moj, that Takatak, all those apps, they will also start advertising model, and they will also pay us a huge money. So I'm very optimistic on these two fronts. Our 1 year will be such a big year. Suddenly you will see maybe 60% hike or something, and after that, on that also, say in case I increase my top line will increase by 60%, then year on year again I will maintain 30%. I'm not saying again I will drop. So next 3-4 years I am not seeing any drop. 25-30 तो है ही है. अगर कोई ऐसा कोई साल आ गया, किसी में कोई एक्स्ट्रा खुल गई कोई विंडो, तो we will genre. So I think we will have more business. So, and दूसरा क्या, please understand कि now everybody in every hand we have a music player, video player. So wow, in your boring times, you see trains are full of people, buses are full of people, and everybody has a earplugs in their ears. And what they are doing, they are listening music, they are listening content, whether they are listening music or news or dialogues of the film, whatever, but they are consuming content. And I think we are the biggest beneficiary, music business, in this content game. So I feel I'm quite hopeful we will maintain that. My experience and my last 3-4 years, what I have seen, or maybe 15-20 years, what I have seen, I think it's possible and it will happen.
Sir, yeah, I appreciate that. Obviously, thanks for the explanation. Just one clarity. So globally, if you see, the content cost is increasing. If you see, actually, some of the results which have come, the payback periods are stretched globally. So, what is making us so confident that the payback period for our content cost will not increase from 3 years? So 3 years is a very good, but then do we see with the increasing content cost that also increasing?
See, we have a very strong old repertoire. So and it's really increasing day by day. and plus those markets you comparing, they are already exploited their content to the peak. And we are starting. We have started 2-3 years back when Jio has entered in this business. They reduced the prices of this data. So I think now people have started consuming. So I feel we have a huge thing. We can't actually compare, but we have to be careful. I'm not denying what you're saying. We have to be careful, which we are. We have seen both the things in life. We have seen the profitabilities. We have seen the losses. So we understand, and we really is very choosy and very selective when we acquire a content. So that's our maybe you can say expertise, but and we are very focused company. We are not ki chalo kuch bhi aaya to humne le liya. We don't do that. So let's see.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Aman Vij from Astute Investment Management. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. My first question is on the what is the song edition we are planning for FY23? So we did like 100 songs 2 years back, then 200. Last year we almost did 300 songs. So any number for FY23, and can we also target like 500 songs actually, new songs launched in the next 1-2 years? And if you can also talk about content cost, what was it for FY22 content acquisition cost and the target for FY23?
Our target is next year we will release around 400 songs. That's the target. And I can't actually tell you the content price, whatever we are investing. So sorry about that, because of our competition is very aggressive now. So let it be that way. But 400 songs we are releasing next year, current year.
Okay, sir. And if I say how many will be like acquired versus we redoing our own songs, if you can talk about it.
50-50 or maybe 60-40, I think. We acquire 40%, make 60%.
Sure, sir. The second question, before I come back in the queue, is on the number of partners that we have currently. If you can talk about, sir, we do 135 crore ka top line hai. How many partners are contributing to this number, as well as say top 5 partners ka kitna contribution hai? And finally, you were talking about this one of the growth drivers, which is this: many of these partners are not even doing ad revenue. So, sir, ये वाले partners जैसे maybe Takatak or other players, so are they giving us a fixed guarantee as of now, or are we not charging them anything? And what is percentage of such partners, if you can talk about this thing?
Yeah, I can't give you partners-wise detail. I can tell you that 75% we get from internet digital business, and balance 25% from all other revenues. And as far as you said what other thing you said?
Yeah, sir, आप जैसे समझा रहे थे कि there are many players like Takatak and others who are not even doing video ad. So are they paying us a minimum guarantee or?
Yeah. No, understood. Yeah. So as I told you, 75% is digital, 25% rest. Plus, there are the various different models. Somebody shares ad revenue with us. Somebody pays us lump sum. So, and somebody pays per stream. So there are a mixed kind of models we operate, and chala rahe.
And total partners ka number, if you can give currently, jo paying
total partners as of now, I think total mass partners must be around 35-40 approximately.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pratik Jain from Solidarity Investment Managers. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. So I have 2 questions. My first question is, what is the steady state EBIT margin you believe going forward? And the second question is, apart from the streaming platform, what are the other revenue drivers which will contribute to this 25 to 30% YOY growth in this music business?
As mentioned earlier, you can presume 15 to 20% EBITDA will be up year-on-year basis. And as far as growth you have said, it will be same. Digital is also growing, television also growing, even public performance, that is also growing. So it will be same in that ratio, 75-25.
Yeah, but on steady state basis, do you believe that we will be able to maintain this 60 to 65% margin going forward, FY23-24?
That 60 to 65% margin, no. Just a minute. 2, 3. Not really. So, yeah, that will be reduced a bit. That will be reduced a bit.
Okay. And the reason for that?
Content cost. Content cost will be more.
But eventually, our revenue will shoot up going forward, right? So it should match on a steady state basis.
Top line will shoot up. Top line will shoot up, absolutely. And bottom line, we have to bottom line also shoot up in totality. But that percentage, bottom line percentage, 60%. I think this year's EBITDA, what you are saying, is 86, 87 versus 135. I think that will be a little here and there, 5-10% here and there.
Okay. Got it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Basavraj Shetty, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. My question is, in the investor presentation, there is the mention of Jio7, whereas we don't have the presence in Jio7. Does it mean that the deal is done and it's soon going to start?
See, they are my partners. We keep on talking, and it's up to both of us. We should agree on the terms. So we keep on discussing. We can't say when it can happen, but it can happen today also, tomorrow also, after 1 month or after 3 months also. So it's not anything fixed line, but I can assure you, all of you, we all keep on talking to these people, and it will happen. Ultimately, they have to take our content, and we have to also give it to them. So it's not a tough thing.
Okay. My second question is also like on the cost, other income, other expenses. Some people asked that question already. There is a jump of 5 crore as per the comparison with the last year. Is it because of the content cost? Because we don't see any new content in last 2-3 months. Is it the advance payment for next year's content or something like that?
No. This is already a content cost. Content cost, actually, I think so. It will be a content cost because we release in so many languages. Maybe you are only following Hindi. We release content in so many languages. So we have a 20 now. Earlier, last year, I think we had only 7-8 channels on YouTube. Now we have around 20 channels on YouTube. So we are left, right, and center. We are releasing music. So it should be that. But annual report, you will anyway see that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Devesh from DS Investments. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, sir. Quick question on our digital platforms. Just qualitative, wanted to understand that how is the realization shaping up? I mean, let's say in Q3 we had 15.1 million view and Q4 we had more on that. If you were to take realization per stream, how do you see that shaping up over the quarters or years? Any qualitative commentary?
See, actually, you're talking about YouTube, I feel. But YouTube is not related to views or earnings. Earnings is separate than views. So there's no match between them. If you see the YouTube channel and maybe you are not seeing the ad, and maybe that song or that particular content, nobody has budgeted for that. So ad won't come. But you are still seeing that. So we won't get any money on that. So it's a two different things, different mathematics. Whatever our songs, our content earns money, of that we get a share from them.
Right. So maybe let me put it this way, that whatever share we are earning from YouTube last quarter versus this quarter, I mean, just wanted to get a pattern in terms of, is it increasing in terms of what we are looking at in proportion to the views, or is it completely, there's no correlation?
Actually, it's a no correlation. As I mentioned earlier, it's a no correlation. And I feel December quarter will be more, because as I explained earlier, it's a season month, and many people do a party at home. They also play a lot of music, consume a lot of music. So I feel that there's no relation between them.
Okay, got it. And just going back to, I think previous participant also asked about the other expenses part. We sort of released about 75 songs this quarter. Is it fair to say that, if I were to take last quarter other expense and compare to this quarter, and see the trend that 75 per quarter this year, next year we are planning 100 per quarter. So the proportionate increase in the other expenses would be aligned to that?
No, it won't. It's a please understand the content cost. Same, as earlier somebody mentioned, if you are releasing a content on, say, 1 crore, you are investing on March 2nd or 5th, and when you will write off. So we will write off in the same month. Maybe we have not earned that much, and maybe going forward, say a film like big film I am releasing, and that film may be costing me 10 crores, 8 crores. Those big contents are coming this year. So maybe that quarter, maybe top line is 50 crores or 40 crores, and suddenly one big film is coming of 10 crores content, and we are writing off. So maybe that profit will dip for that particular quarter. That we will, time to time, you will also understand, and we will keep telling you. But ultimately, whatever the budget we have fixed for the content acquisition is fixed. We will not go beyond that. We will make our budgets accordingly what we feel is this kind of a business we expect, and this should be our new releases investment. This is our office expenses, all that put together, and we budget that way. So that quarter on quarter is actually will be a little problem, but year on year basis will be the right thing for companies like us, content companies.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ankush Agrawal from Search Capital. Please go ahead.
तो रानी जी, जैसे आप बोल रहे हैं कि 25-30% ग्रोथ आएगा टॉप लाइन में, तो मैं एक हाइपोथेटिकल सिचुएशन देता हूँ. जैसे इस साल हमारा 135 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू है, नेक्स्ट ईयर ब्रॉडली अराउंड 170 करोड़ का होगा, तो 35 करोड़ का आपके पास एडिशनल रेवेन्यू आएगा. एंड हमारे बिजनेस में एडिशनल जो जनरल एक्सपेंस है वो तो कुछ इंक्रीज होंगे नहीं, राइट? तो ये एंटायर 35 करोड़ अपने पास कंटेंट कॉस्ट में एक्सपेंस करने के लिए एडिशनल होगा, राइट? जी. सेम वे में अगर मैं देखूँ तो इस साल वी वुड हैव स्पेंट ब्रॉडली अराउंड 35-40 करोड़. तो दैट मीन्स कि अगर हम कंटेंट कॉस्ट हमारा डबल भी कर देते हैं, स्टिल वी वुड बी एबल टू मेंटेन आवर मार्जिन, द प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी. तो आप जब ये बोल रहे हैं कि 15-20% ग्रोथ होगा कंपेयर टू 25-30% ग्रोथ इन टॉप लाइन, दैट मीन्स आप बोल रहे हैं कि हमारा कंटेंट कॉस्ट इजीली 100 करोड़ क्रॉस कर देगा नेक्स्ट 2 साल में. तो वो लेवल का कंटेंट कॉस्ट हमारा हो सकता है नेक्स्ट 2 साल में?
आई कांट कमेंट ऑन द फिगर, बट कंटेंट करना है, कंटेंट तो करना पड़ेगा और अच्छा कंटेंट करना पड़ेगा. आप खुद ही जो आपने मैथमेटिक्स समझाया उस हिसाब से तो आप काफी कर रहे हो, तो मेरे ख्याल से
वो मेरा द क्वेश्चन इज कि आपका थॉट प्रोसेस है क्या वो कि टिप्स एज अ कंपनी 100 करोड़ से ज्यादा स्पेंड करेगा इन कंटेंट? मैं आपका थॉट प्रोसेस समझने का ट्राई करता हूँ.
नहीं, मैं आपको बताता हूँ, हम बिल्कुल ओपन आइज है. एंड मैंने आपको शायद पहले किसी इन्वेस्टर ने पूछा था, तो आई टोल्ड यू कि अगर मेरे पास अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि मेरे को कंटेंट मेरे प्राइस पे और अच्छी कंटेंट मुझे मिल रही है, एंड तो मैं व्हाई नॉट, आई विल स्ट्राइक फॉर इट. मैं आगे बढ़ूंगा ना, आगे बढ़ना है लाइफ में ना.
Got it. That was all. Thank you.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pankaj, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, Pankaj.
Thanks for the opportunity. My question is again around other expenses only. So I wanted to understand, is it only content cost or is there something else also apart from content cost in the other expenses?
See, in our expense also, that earlier investor also told us our major is content cost plus that some advertising marketing cost. But that's it. These are the two major costs we have. Baki all are very nominal, reasonable. So that's this.
Okay. Is it possible to split those two?
Can't do that because of this competition market, and there is a huge competition happening, only in content. If we acquire the content, after that it's an exclusive product. There's no competition. But only the big competition is acquiring the content. So can't reveal that.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pratiksha from Better Investing Solutions. Please go ahead. Pratiksha, your line is in talk mode. Kindly go ahead with your question, please.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. My question is that in last quarter, in December quarter, we had released 86 songs. And in this particular quarter, we have released 73 new songs. So can you please elaborate reason behind the lesser number of songs released in this particular quarter?
Actually, see, songs, when we make a song, there's many things we have to make. Video we have to make design, we have to just play on the every platform. So there's a huge follow-up. So sometimes that number will vary. It's not a really a big thing. Big thing is how much revenue we are earning from our content, whether it is old or new. On yearly basis, I feel we should see as a yearly basis, and I'm confident we will maintain whatever I said. So that's it. Nothing. It's not very important. Sometimes we have as I told you earlier also, we really give a lot of time for a quality content. So sometimes we don't like the song, so we reject. We can release 3 songs per day also, 300 songs per quarter. But that will be a very library won't last. Bad catalog it will be. So we really give invest lot of time on the quality of the songs.
Okay. Sir, my next question is, from the next quarter onwards, can you please share all the like जो आप जैसे YouTube का दिखाते हो कि कितना views आया, वैसे आप हर partners हमारे जिनके साथ हमारा tie-up है, can you show that number also from the next quarter onwards?
We'll see that. We'll internally discuss this point and we'll see what we can do best.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Akshay J from Exponent. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. I have a question on the numbers. So if I look at my FY21 presentation, your presentation, the music revenue is 90.5 crores and EBITDA is 73 crores. If I look at current presentation, the music revenue is 90.5, but EBITDA is 55.2. So where are we missing the 16 crores such number? And as is the margin, which was about 80%, is now showing 61%.
Chinani, you take this.
It means whatever we are talking about FY21, that's a consolidated figure. And we are
Maybe it's the music segment. I'm thinking the music segment of FY21. So if I see FY21 in music, then that number I'm talking about.
Please repeat your question once again.
So if I see the FY21 presentation, there was a page where you broke out music and films separately, right? Revenue, EBITDA and EBITDA margin. Is that, you recollect the page?
Yeah, so you are going for a segments.
Yeah, exactly. In that, 90.5 was the revenue and EBITDA was 73 crores. Right now, I'm seeing the presentation we released today. Segmental performance music yearly. It says revenue of CM 90.5, but EBITDA of 55.2.
In that there were certain common expenses, corporate expenses, which is segregate the corporate expenses, so we'll reach to the same figures.
Okay. So how can you, so if they are segregated then, so now you changed the view on that cost being linked to film versus music now, is it? Because if you've reported EBITDA of a segment, then when you cut the business into half into two different segments, the EBITDA cannot change, right?
If you want to compare to ample, then what figures we have given in today's presentation, you will get a precise one.
Maybe this is accounting, advertising, and other costs he's talking.
They are certain expenses which are corporate expenses.
Okay.
To exclude the corporate expenses, then whatever figures we are seeing in today's presentation, they are fine-tuned expenses. So they are comparable.
So what I'm trying to understand कि सर पहले भी corporate expense तो वही था जो अभी है. अभी पहले क्या वो movies में डालते थे और अभी music में डाल दिया है, ऐसा है क्या?
जो अभी means whatever you are saying the corporate expenses that are exclusively for the music.
तो पहले क्या था सर?
पहले means we have a two segment film and the music.
Maybe we will. Please understand, we are doing such a huge business. We had a bigger team. We have rented a bigger office, and so our corporate expenses are increased. So
sure.
that you're seeing is that one only.
Sir, that's understandable. It is just that what we used to see as a 70-80% EBITDA is now showing a 60% EBITDA. So we are trying to understand, or rather, I am trying to understand that has the nature of the business changed, or suddenly our cost expanded that was not that we had not understood in the past. So
what I cannot mention year-to-year basis because varies on the basis of content and.
Tell me a second. See, please understand, biggest difference is due to content cost. That's it, and that will keep on happening throughout the year. So biggest is that one only, nothing else.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vasan Bhausar from Investor or Securities. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
हाँ सर. Good evening sir. Vasan Bhausar बोल रहा हूँ.
Yeah.
Sir, actually I am an individual investor.
Yes.
सर मेरे को यही जानना था कि जो टिप्स फिल्म्स वाला जो डीमर्जर हो रहा है उसके लिए मेरे को जानना कि वो कब बोनस मिल पाएगा करके.
सॉरी आपका थोड़ा आवाज मिस हो गया, आप थोड़ा लास्ट लाइन वापस बोलेंगे.
सर वो टिप्स फिल्म्स का जो बोनस है वो कब तक मिल जाएगा वो जानना था मेरे को.
वो आपको जुलाई में जो हमारे जो ये एजेंसी व्हिच इज डूइंग दिस दे हैव प्रॉमिस्ड अस कि जुलाई तक दिस विल हैपन. मिड जुलाई तक आपको जो भी इंडस्ट्रीज के जो फिल्म्स के जो शेयर हैं प्रोपोर्शन वो मिल जाएंगे आपको.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, that was the last question. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Kumar Taurani for closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining us. I hope we have been able to answer all your queries. In case you require any further details, you may please contact us or Faraz Ahmed at Orient Capital, our investor relationship partner. Thank you so much. Thank you, friends. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Tips Industries Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you all for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.